G'day, Ninja here. Got Aaron on the table. Episode 2 of The Rub. So I'm going to
Episode 3, isn't it?
Oh yeah. It's one a few years ago. I have to search through the archives for that one.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll list it up here if you can find it, Leo. So I'm going to be interviewing Aaron today, and we'll see what comes out. We haven't really done any prep for this, so
who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, who knows? All right, so I'm going to work on his knee. He had a knee operation a couple of years ago.
Yep.
How long ago did you have your knee operation?
Yeah, it was start of 2020, so January 2020.
Yep.
Before the chaos of the pandemic hit.
Yeah. What is it? The 10th of May today. So
10th of May. Yeah.
Yep.
So 2 years and a few months. I reckon when my knee got operated on, the whole world decided to have a tizzy.
Have a rest as well.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. So, yeah, it was a big operation. You can see there's quite a few scars going on top there.
Through here as well.
Through there. So they opened me up and fixed it all up.
Tell us about the incident.
The incident.
We've got a video. We might
chuck it up there.
Here and Aaron's knee.
Well, I got humbled pretty significantly when a ruckman goes for an amble down the wing when he shouldn't. Should have given the hands off, but Tom Fawcett, I'll always shout him out. He's the bloke that didn't shepherd me, and someone come bounding over, and I planted my leg and hyperextended it as he kind of came onto the inside, and the whole kind of thing just went pop, and it was kind of like a bit of a perfect storm, I think, because 3 of the 4 ligaments all ruptured and a few muscles decided to come off the bone as well, so it was pretty full on. Playing up in the country for a little small town called Nullawil, up in the Mallee there, northwestern Victoria. Dorf still plays for them actually, and Jason played for them too, so there's a bit of a MMT connection up there. So it happened in 2015 or 2016, I think. So I'd been there 5 or 6 years, and we won a premiership in 2012. Dorf and I actually have the 10-year premiership reunion this year, so pretty amazing. So that was the kind of end of my career for footy, but it was a pretty special part of my sporting life, I guess, having 6 years of senior footy up in the country there, which was pretty special. So I got a couple of good war marks to show for my time. Yeah. So I suppose when with your knee, did it go out that way or did it go in? Yeah, so I landed straight and it bent in like that. So everything from that side out just snapped pretty much. Yeah. So you got 1 ligament on the side and 2 in the middle here. All of those went, and the only one that was left was the inside one there. Yeah.
So it was just loose.
It was just loose. It was like a door hinge. It was just hanging on. Yeah. I had a bit of a magic trick that I could do for a while before the surgery, but
And so that was a curse at the time because it stopped you from doing all the things you love doing, which was being physically active and playing footy and socialising with your mates and things like that, being competitive. Yeah. But I think you made it into a bit of a blessing, through all that work you did. Yeah. Before you had the surgery, because you had 4 years before you had the surgery. So
correct.
You were really competent, capable and functioning human, weren't you, in that time?
Yeah, I guess for me, looking back as a practitioner, it was amazing to actually get a first-hand experience of how well the body compensates and how much it can actually still perform when it's, I guess, not at optimal function. So I guess I'd always heard you speaking about it, but I think the universe needed to show me firsthand just so I could push on as a practitioner and realise just how much that a human body can push through. So I guess for me, when I get people coming to see me now, even those in chronic pain, I have this just innate knowing that the body is able to heal and push on no matter what, and especially when you give it the right circumstances and all that, it can still perform to a really good level.
Yep.
So for sure, I went through a lot of pain and pretty dark times with it, but I guess I wouldn't change it, really.
Yeah. It's been a blessing. And you probably would have, if you were playing indoor soccer and doing a few different things that were complex and you had people falling on you and things, I think, didn't you?
So I could sprint, I actually, because I started here, it happened just 3 months after I started here pretty much. Yeah. So I didn't really get to fully experience all the training that we do here without the injury.
Yep.
But I feel even when I hadn't had the surgery, I definitely got to a level where I was the fastest and fittest that I had been in my life. So yeah, like you're able to still do things even if you don't have ligaments or don't have proper mobility and all this stuff. So yeah, like you said, like when I started playing some sport again, you know, when I was in control, say sprinting was completely fine because there wasn't an ambiguity of someone coming to tackle you or having to put the brakes on straight away. Like that stuff was completely fine. But it's any time I tried to embark on sport again or something, you know, competitive like that, yeah, it would kind of I guess break down in a way. So that's when I realised, like, you know, I still wanted to play competitive stuff and just be a little bit more relaxed with my movements. So that's when I thought I bit the bullet and decided to get it done. Yeah. And that was a whole experience too, because yeah, you have this kind of trauma and you wait 4 years and then you get the surgery done, which is a massive surgery. And there's all this scarring in there. So even bouncing back from that, I've still got this another amazing empathetic experience for what people go through when they have surgeries and pains and they're incapacitated. So yeah, it's kind of cool because I know that I can push people pretty hard now and not feel bad about it because I've been there. So yeah, I can call people's bullshit out a little bit more now, you know?
Yeah, that's one of our things, isn't it? We want to walk the walk. Yeah. You know, and we've been there with our injuries and we've healed them up and we can perform now. So we've got that, you know, empathy, but we've also got the knowledge, the wisdom of, you know, ups and downs and the pain and the frustrations and the, you know, dark days as well, like depressions and all these different things you get from not being able to do certain things.
Correct.
Yeah. So you kind of...
Yeah, you can be their inspiration by just challenging their beliefs and pushing them harder because, yeah, you've done it before. And it's cool because you kind of got the battle scars to show it too. So it's kind of on show, you know, it's not just the words, you can show them and they can be like, oh, okay, cool.
Just, the way that you're performing these days, like I'm just last night, you know, lifting and squatting and your upper body's still pretty shit.
Hey. You should see what I've been doing downstairs in the morning, Matty. Hey, my shoulders are getting better. But anyway, it's
sprinting with
our
rivalry.
I was the fittest I've ever been before I got my knee done. But since I got my knee done and the training that we've been doing the last 6 months, I never thought I'd be able to feel or look the way I do now, you know, say 5 years ago. I didn't think I'd be able to be doing this. And especially it's kind of cool because I'm 33 this year and most people that are 33 that I know are starting to use the 30s as an excuse. So it's cool to know that you're getting better each year that you go on rather than declining. So it's a good thing that I use in my sessions is, you know, making people realise that kind of limiting belief is just completely rubbish. I love training at the moment. I love what we're doing and the way my body feels. It's awesome.
Yeah, there's many facets to group training that we do as well, isn't it? Like the body, the mind, but also community is really massive. You know, the support, the challenge that you get from a community, and just all the networking you can do and things like that as well.
I feel super blessed that we've ended up with the way that we train in terms of who comes and the structure of it, because you can't do the stuff that we do alone. I mean, you could try and you might get a certain way down the path, but you can't. I feel like you can't reach that ultimate level or push that boundary without that community and the good people around you.
Yeah. I suppose we can talk about our relationship a bit too, because like Aaron was actually the runt of the litter when we first come. When Aaron first came to the business, it was actually a different structure. We had different people involved, and then pretty soon after you arrived, the business split up. Not many people would know about that, but we kind of rebuilt.
Yeah, and it was a death.
It was a death. Literally. Yeah, it was an extinction. But we built back, and like Aaron was only a few months in, and like we had 3 people, you know, got a job with us, and like the other 2 people chose 2 other guys, which didn't.
And Ninja got the last of the litter.
I didn't get a pick.
So they took their best choices first, and luckily they didn't choose me. So I got sent off to Ninja at Richmond, and we haven't looked back, have we?
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? And with Aaron too, like I felt like this guy's got something special about him, like, and I really tried to up my game too to show you how cool it is here, so I could keep you.
Yeah.
Because I thought, you know, and like I didn't know the business was going to break up at that stage, but yeah, I really tried to, you know, take you under my wing and teach you all the stuff I know, just to show you how cool it is, so that you just didn't go off. Because he had a couple of degrees. He had human movement degree, psychology, psychology, and he had all this sales experience. He was tall and handsome and all this sort of stuff. I was like, fuck, this guy is
good
so
for
good.
the sale.
Good. This guy is going to be good for business. So, so I tried to really impress him, and then business broke up, and it was sort of me, you, and Jace, and Grant back in those days, and so there was just 4 of us,
pretty much,
and we just worked our absolute asses off, didn't we?
That's all we could do. Yeah. We had no systems really or structures in place. It was just
head down,
get in the trenches, head down, bum up. Yeah.
And the interesting thing too, we never trained together.
No, we didn't.
Not like for 5 years or something.
No, it was crazy, wasn't it? Like you taught me all the training principles, but then, I think because I took on a lift club early. That was my night that I did my stuff, whereas you were lifting Monday, sprinting Thursday. So it wasn't until, was it 2020 or 2019 at least?
2019,
maybe,
we started teaming up a lot more and taking groups together. I suppose we did that 6-week challenge.
Oh yeah, true.
And then training the cricket team, St Andrews. So when that started happening, we started actually training together, and
it was it was galvanizing to people and ideas and their own expertise, and it is what it is today, isn't it? So it's kind of like we had to go our own way and then come back, and it is now
I kind
strong.
of the story of the Alchemist, I don't know, I've kind of been likened Aaron's story to the Alchemist story, how the shepherd boy went off on his quest, off in his journey to kind of find treasure. Yeah. And I think you've done a lot of that as well. Like you're a lot of a quest or a seeker. So you've done all this different stuff like functional patterns, David Gray, rehab, and just sort of tried to figure a lot of stuff out for yourself, but you kind of still had a lot of our basic principles in your toolkit, and but you've kind of done a full circle and then come back, and we're just now we're just working as a team with, you know, using the combined experience and knowledge and wisdom, you know, that we've gained over the years, and we're just forging together now. And
that's it.
We're kind of realizing that we just want to really impact the world, really revolutionize the way people treat, and, you know, like holistic health, how that works, and the body, mind, community kind of stuff, social kind of things. And so we're kind of, we've been a good team. Like, I've sort of said I'm the heart and you're the brain. I'm dumb. I'm kind of, I know a lot of things just through experience, but I couldn't actually articulate and explain. Like, my anatomy has been so poor. And
we say it's really funny, like, because I did go and learn from a lot of different, I guess, like systems and people all over the world. There's some amazing people in our industry, whether it be the treatment side of things or the training side of things. So I did go out and just learn off a lot of different people. And the funny thing is, like, a lot of the stuff that I would learn, I'd come back and realise that Ninja was just doing it anyway. He wasn't explaining it in the way they were, or wasn't really like understanding that he was even doing it. But I was like seeing people do things, and then I was like, oh, Ninja taught me that like day one. He doesn't even realise he's doing it. Yeah. So that was pretty cool reinforcement or validation that this bloke's pretty bloody smart. So yeah. But it is really cool. Like, I think like we just want to help people, don't we? It's really rewarding when you can give someone back functionality or make someone feel better about themselves, or, you know, the way they're traversing through life. So we do that through, you know, the bodywork and just physical training. Any way that we can make that more effective or faster for people, we're always on the mission to do that, aren't we? So at the end of the day, that's just what we do. And now, through really hard work and building a culture at MMT and creating structures and putting in place these systems, we've developed this awesome team around us. We've got 20 odd people working for us now, and our reach is getting bigger online. And it's pretty special to see from where we've come from in 2016, when we only had 4 people, and like, we were in a pretty dark place. there were only 4 of us there, and luckily, yeah, like it was you, me, and Jace, and we just built from there to what we are now. So we kind of, for those years, we were talking about culture, we were talking about team, we were talking about family, and we knew that was so important. But yeah, one day we just looked back and thought, you know, it was actually, we built this, you know, just from those little seeds, early days. We didn't really have an idea of where it was going or what the plan was, but yeah, through consistent hard work, it is what it is today. And when, you know, we probably feel like we're just getting started, man. Like, you know, we want to get so much bigger. So
So a lot of people have come and gone, and a lot, like even the people that haven't lasted that long or weren't quite right, they still taught us a lot about how businesses work, different personalities and systems to get systems right. And
how to manage people, personalities and stuff like that. So,
and I'm just thinking, like, the main way that we worked together was actually doing videos. And training people up, wasn't it? So
yeah, true.
Yeah, but I think you pretty early on, you just sort of started being a leader in our business, and pretty much because you did lift clubs and started to do sprints. And
I think I was at a point in my life where I was so ready to start my career and make something of myself that I saw like a position or saw a free spot, and I just grabbed it, you know, I just ran with it. And like, I'd worked in sales when I was at uni, and I think I've always been a bit of a people person. Like, I kind of naturally build people up, and I'm quite energetic and positive. So I think that rubs off on people. And so what I'm starting to realize is, I think, you know, that kind of stuff, I didn't realize it when I was younger, but they are good qualities of a leader. So I think when that leadership position or the 2IC position became available, it was just natural that it just organically worked, you know. And yeah, like, I was helping out with training, I think like 18 months after I started. Like, I was still a hairy ass pimply kid learning my way, and I was acting like I knew what was going on. But I think that's what helped me so much, is that whenever we had a new intake, I would go through another training. So the principles just cemented a lot better for me, reinforced it.
That's the thing with this work, is you're getting more downloads all the time, aren't you? Like, you just have a deeper understanding of the same principles and concepts, and like, you just go, whoa, I was saying that, but it kind of, then you kind of say it with even deeper meaning and understanding and wisdom, you know, that you can impart. So
it's really cool.
So let's I suppose let's go back a little bit. Like, we probably should have done this right at the start, but let's talk about your beginnings, like where you're from and what kind of character you were. Because I think a lot of us at this place have been a bit rough around the edges at the start, and a bit green and everything, and but we kind of mature and pull it together, don't we?
I think a lot of us are
when we're ready.
Fairly unique and like misfit, I think, is a good word for most of the people that work at MMT. I think you've got to be slightly obscure to notice this and understand the stuff we speak about. But like, I guess I had a pretty reasonably standard upbringing. Like, I grew up in the southeastern suburbs of Melbourne, in Glen Waverley. Suburban lifestyle, mum and dad and my sister. And I was, I was always, I guess, lovable kid, quite open and bit of a rat bag. Well, fairly large rat bag. And I wasn't too academic. I didn't really try too hard at school. I was a bit of a misfit, but but that was interesting, because I've had a lot of I used to have a stutter as a kid. So now people probably see me as being quite good in front of camera. I can speak really well, but it didn't start out like that at all. Like, I was terrified of public speaking. I had a really bad stutter, or like, I think in America they call it a stammer. So I did have this kind of deep-seated like anxiety or something that was there, which is quite interesting to, like, when I think back to my days as a kid, like where it came from and how I overcome it to where I am today. I don't know when I overcame it, but it just happened. And I think the videos are an amazing tool to bring out your personality and build up your confidence. And because you went through something similar, you were quite shy, weren't you? Like, we look back at your videos in 2011 and we have a bit of a laugh, don't we? But it is quite special to see progression, isn't it? You know, so.
I think those things that we call, we said it before, a curse, you know, the stammer, like, that becomes a blessing, because you kind of see a real void there. And if you have got something inside that you want to say, you kind of really go on that pursuit to figure out, how can I get more confident? How can I, express this stuff that's inside me? And
definitely.
I think they've been the blessings, haven't they? All the injuries and the different setbacks or whatever in business and things like, they give you more drive and more inspiration, I think is a really good word. And we just really want to help people, don't we? And
I know.
Yeah, if we've got the capacity to, build a team and to help each other, on the planet. Why wouldn't you? It's
He's done a fetlock.
We didn't lock them back up, Leo. We moved the table to vacuum. We're doing our vacuum, our cleaning. We've got to
clean every day.
Yeah, get the space ready, clear the energy.
That's it.
Every time.
I
trim my plants.
Bit of bloody feng shui, you reckon, then?
Did my headstand.
Oh, yeah. I shave my legs.
Shave the legs.
You got to clean them up.
Did a little edit.
That's funny. Yeah, I think the blessing and a curse thing is really interesting because I think that's helpful from the guy we've worked with a lot, Dr. John DeMartini, just talking about how you can, use setbacks for your advantage and to set you up in the future, and understanding that it's the great quote we use is don't be a victim of your history, be the master of your destiny. So I think that's like flipping the coin on things, using these things that are generally stuff you're resentful for your advantage to be better in the future. So I think that's a trademark of who we are and what we kind of preach in life. Yeah. Especially people that are in pain, like we do it every day. Like people feel like they've been kicked to the curb, they feel really down on themselves, that they can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. But we try and be that inspiration to them to flip it, and change up their future.
Yeah. It's like you can't really fully understand freedom until you know pain. So you need to kind of know the contrast, have that full perspective of that same concept. And like, because we've been in pain and been kind of through challenges, that's why we are the people we are. And that's because of our history, and that's formed us to be here today, and I suppose that's the thing with the podcast. We're kind of getting to know each other's history a little bit. Yeah. So we can people can relate to us, and better understand why we are the way we are. Yeah. So it's a really interesting thing to do, and I think it's valuable
for sure
to get to know all the characters that are going to be on this bed.
That's it.
We can interview them, and every human's got a book inside them, and we just don't know. We don't read each other's book really. I don't really know my history, like my grandparents or my great-grandparents. Like it's, that's the thing we should really know, isn't it? There's been books there in our own lineage that we don't even know about. So
speaking of that, like my dad was born in Iran, and where it's called Assyrian or Assyrian, and we date back to like literally the beginning of time. I'd love to learn a lot more about my kind of lineage and that kind of stuff. It's fascinating, isn't it, when you dive a little bit deeper into where someone comes from. Yeah. That's feeling good in there, Ninj. That's a good spot.
Good spot, bit of a money spot. So money spot, can you explain a money spot to me?
Money spot.
I've got an MMT quiz. It's a 40-minute verbal that I give people. They've got to understand all these different...
A 40-minute... You've actually made it, haven't you?
Yeah, no, that's what it's been. I've done 3 of them. I've just done...
Is it 40 minutes in general, is it?
Yeah, 40-minute chat on all our principles and how it all works, the bare feet and the treatment.
It's good. It's good for everyone to know, eh?
Yeah, so we might have to do a video on that one day. And
There's money spots all over the body, isn't there?
Yeah. They're just value, aren't they? They just sort of unravel.
Bang for buck.
Yeah.
And that's where you get I guess good spot means money spot because it's a bit in the body where that person is tuning in and understanding that that's a really key spot for them, And we have some key money spots that everyone has, but sometimes people have their own tailored money spot that's in a different area, But for them, they have this innate knowing that that's the spot that needs to be worked. So we're always on the lookout for those money spots.
Yeah, we know them when we hit them. It's a language. There's an understanding. There's a meeting of the minds and the body.
The connection, isn't it? It's a charger going into the phone. Yeah, got to get that conductivity.
It's got to touch, hasn't it? Got to connect with that spot, or else it's not going to change. Yeah, and the manner we deliver the treatment as well. That's just imperative to the result that you get. you don't want to damage people, don't want to traumatize people further. We want to create the flow so that their body can do what it does best and heal itself. So
yeah.
So it's a question without notice. What our videos together? We've been doing videos since 2016, I think.
Yeah.
So, what's been one of your favourite moments or times in a video?
Far out, there's been a few. Oh, I mean, the one that comes to mind is when you were on the dunny, you couldn't reach the toilet paper. We'll have to put that in.
That was great acting. I was on the toilet with me undies on.
Yeah, I think you got your pants on, don't you?
Yeah, it was.
I still remember when we ran back out to Grant's room or Graham's room, and we were trying to treat this injury, and we were just pissing ourselves so much we were crying, and then you just dropped it. I need to lay off the curries. That was very funny. We've had some classics, haven't we? Another shitting one is when you did talk about deep squat to get all your bog out. That was a good one. Oh, what else?
We've got to bring them back, haven't we?
Yeah, well, there's a bit of editing for Leo to do here to go and find them.
Find those videos.
I think that's when we're in them. That's when work is the most fun for us, isn't it? Like that's when we get to hang out. Because during the days, if we're really busy with customers, we don't really see each other much. Like you probably think that we hang out all day, and we do see each other in passing a lot. But I think that's why we are so jovial when we're on camera, is because we're spending time together. And that's when we, have the best fun. And that's one of the blessings of lockdowns. It was so tough for us as a business financially and operationally. But, we all got to hang out so much more than we ever do. So when we were making all our courses and making all our content, it was the best, wasn't it? It was so great.
Yep.
So it's another example of how you can look at a situation as being a negative, but perhaps you're not seeing all the beauty in it as well, and I think that's where people get stuck in life, is that they don't realise, as a result of something right in front of them, there's this beauty or magnificence that they're not even factoring for. And so their perception of the world is a negative one. But if you just look for stuff, it's there. And it's vice versa too. If you're infatuated by something or someone, you're not seeing the dirt,
the downsides,
the downsides and stuff. So
yeah. So we with courses, we've been saying for years we're going to make an online course or film all our stuff, and I think because it took so long, probably took us a few years before we actually did it. Lockdown kind of created or caused it. We knew so much more when we finally went to do the... Yeah.
Well, we made a course in the first lockdown. We just gave it out for free.
Yeah.
Fix it yourself.
And the sprint one as well. We did
the sprint one too. We
had a few practices.
We had 4 cameras for that, didn't we?
Yeah, edited every night.
Oh, wow. That's very good.
So I suppose a lot of our videos too, they were just done on phones. And
we had the terrible flip camera, that one.
Oh yeah, right at the start.
Yeah,
it was meant to be good, but it was worse than a phone. Primitive editing too, really chunky.
Yeah, discombobulated edits. So the title comes up with a bit of a whoosh, and then just whoosh.
Best we could do at the time.
Yeah.
All my Psytrans.
Oh yeah, it served as well though.
Yeah.
Ninja's 60-second intros with all these screenshots.
Matty over there is just dirty on us every time. Nah, that's wrong. 10 seconds maximum. You got to lose all your audience. They're gonna swipe.
Oh, that's very
away.
good.
Yeah. It worked, and a lot of our really, million view videos, they were no edits,
I know,
no thumbnail choice, things like that as well. We just sort of put them up for somebody that would, wanted to see how to treat a glute or a groin or whatever, and we didn't even have a cameraman. A few of them. I know. I've gone a million.
Mate, we were the epitome of the word accidental YouTubers. We had no intention of getting any kind of following online, did we?
We just wanted people in Melbourne to
come for a rub.
Come in and we'll fix ya type of deal.
Oh, it's great.
But it's
Jeez, a bit of curry in that one there. Talking about money spot, far out.
Yeah, people around the world, thanks for supporting us, and
we're coming on a world tour eventually. Ninja Roll will come over.
Yeah. What are we going to do?
I don't know, just go rub people.
Set up a van, a tent.
In the middle of a square, like just random.
We'll just drive.
Random
We'll
city.
Get a motorhome, and we'll just get a marquee and just drive around. What do you reckon? Set
I
up.
reckon that'd be amazing. Imagine that.
Yeah.
5-minute money spots in Austria and Italy. And
we're going to take Leo as well. He's going to film it.
We'll take the whole team if we get big enough.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Road trip. That'd be great. That's the goal. Anyway.
Yeah.
Plus the retreat.
Yeah. Grow our own food. I think that's sort of something I really want to do. Like the last few years I've been in this different house. It's hurt me not being able to have my own stuff because I spent like 12 years or 13 years of growth of fruit trees, and then you leave them and had avocados everywhere and stuff. It was just makes me bleed a bit. I'll get it back. I'll get it back.
You will. You will.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, there's so much curry in there, bro. Anyway.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Anything else to add just before we sign off?
I don't know. I guess like something before I started working here, I was pretty lost. Like I'd done my study, but I probably didn't have much self-worth or didn't have a purpose whatsoever, Like so I just, for anyone out there that's in the same boat, just keep persisting and you'll find where you belong or find where you need to land, as long as you're actively hunting for it and actively going out there and studying or bettering yourself or looking for opportunities, you end up landing where you need to land, and the right things will happen to help you find that path even more. Like, when I joined the business here, I knew I was in the right spot, but the business went through a breakdown and stuff, but all's well that ends well, you know what I mean? So just keep persisting with life and you'll find your spot, because I have. And the great thing about me being here is like stuff that I took for granted as a person back then, I'm starting to realize are really key strong points for me. So everyone's got value to give, and you just got to find your vessel, So that would be my sign off.
Yeah. Have the courage.
Yeah. Put yourself out there.
Yeah. Expose yourself to different challenges, because in the comfort zone, you don't really improve, you don't really evolve, all those kind of things. So we've evolved incredibly, haven't we, over the years? So
definitely.
Yeah. But we're not done yet.
Nah. That's it. Thanks, Ninj.
Thank
Very
you.
bloody good, mate.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate. Who have we got next week?
We're gonna get maybe Jace, I think, but
Jace?
we'll see.
Or Wim Hof.
Wim Hof.
Get him out there.
Done.
Done.